Hi, it's Stacie Tatera, the Milwaukee medium, and today is Monday, June the 5th, and I am going to be doing your weekly angel card reading. And today I was called to use one of my favorite decks. I probably say that every week, Mary, Queen of Angels. And this is a deck with messages specifically from Mother Mary. And what's interesting is I grabbed a couple decks before I left work today, where I have all my decks located, and I felt very guided to pull this deck, but also feeling that we need some feminine energy kind of pushed into our current energetic space that we are in right now. I feel like we need to have a little bit of balance with that male and female energy. So I feel that's one of the reasons why I was asked to use the Mother Mary deck today. So I hope everyone had a really nice weekend and that you're doing well. I want to thank those of you who are watching that attended my gallery reading this last week, Thursday. It was a very successful event. I really enjoyed my time with those of you that came, and look for some future events similar to that, and potentially even with other mediums as well. And to find me or information about me, my website is milwaukeemedium.com. My wellness center is Inspiration Wellness Group in Oak Creek, which is just outside of, well, it's considered Milwaukee. We're right by the airport. So if you ever have any questions or want to get in touch with me, you can certainly email me. Go to my website, look up some of the services that I offer, and I'm happy to help out in any way that I can. So one card has popped. We're going to wait for the other two to pop. First card is messages for the first part of the week. The second card midweek, and then the third card is the end of the week. And just as a note so that I remember to say something, next Monday there will not be an angel card reading posted. I will be on a very brief mini vacation with my husband, and so I won't have an opportunity to do the angel card reading. When I get back later in the week, I may post one, but next Monday you most likely will not see an angel card reading. Okay, so we have one more card to go, and when the cards take their time, I am always grateful because I know that the angels, and specifically Mary, is really helping us right now to get the messages intended for us. Okay, so the first card is devotion. As I fully commit to my values, relationships, and God, I am clear about what to do next. This is a message that is really, first let me show you the picture, because it's Mother Mary with all of these almost cherub-like angels around her. When you have a devotion or a weekly, not even so much a weekly, but a daily practice, whether it's a spiritual practice or a religious practice, whatever that means for you, when you are committed and devoted to having faith in God and the universe and your angels and Mother Mary and all of the wonderful energies that surround us, you really have a better idea of what to do next because you're getting that inner guidance. So this card is really about, in a way, we talk about this a lot in several of the readings and the cards that come up in that have come up in past weeks, is that when you really trust in the universe and turn things over and know that God always obviously has your best interest at heart, that things will always work out the way that they should. They may not always make sense when it's happening, but we have to have that faith to know that whatever it is that's going on is happening for a reason. Is it meant to make us stronger? Is it meant to help us learn a lesson? Is it there to help us to grow? And so that's one piece of the message on this card. And then the other piece of it is that when you are devoted to your faith and believing in a higher power and understanding that you and your higher self it's a direct line between you and God, that you can then receive insights and that will help you move forward. So I wanted to be careful about how I explain that, because they're talking to me about how they want this message to come across from you. But the more faith that you have with the support you have around you, it just really helps lay everything out that much more smooth for you when you're moving through various stages and phases of your life. So again, that devotion to God, that faith, that trusting, all of that lays the groundwork for things to go smoothly, for you to get the insights that you need, for you to know what direction to go in life. So I actually saw this card pop up when it came up as the second card. And what's interesting is that we're talking about the balance of male-female energy. And I just feel like that's a pretty strong message right now. The card that came up for midweek is Jesus. I pray for Jesus's help and guidance with this situation. So you have Mother Mary talking about our devotion to God and your spirituality, and that helps you. And then Jesus is coming in and saying, I'm here for you, ask for help. And sometimes there can be this feeling of, I don't want to ask Jesus for help because maybe I don't feel my problems are big enough, or that I deserve to have Jesus's help. Jesus has one of the most loving energies that you will ever encounter. And if you've had an experience with him or his energy, it's unbelievable, of course, but he's telling you to ask him for help, ask him for guidance. Call on your spirit team, call on your spirit guides. They're all there as resources to help you. And the more in tune you are, and the best way to become in tune is through prayer and meditation and just even journaling, things that just help you get centered, the more they're able to help you and you feel them with you, guiding you. And I see a lot of clients, and Jesus is always willing to help. And he's so great at helping us in forgiveness, helping us to heal ourselves as well as others and situations. He's a healer, he's a teacher, he's a guide. He's very loving, he's very his energy is very peaceful, non-judgmental. Of course, all of these things that we would expect. So why wouldn't you want to ask him for help? He's like the best friend ever to be able to reach out to and ask for help and guidance, and then be open to receive once you ask for help. Let him do what he can to help you out in whatever's going on in your life. And that's a powerful message this week. And the fact that both of these wonderful energies are coming through with Mother Mary and Jesus speaks very loudly and clearly that you have the help and support that you need, and don't ever hesitate to ask him for help. So this is interesting. The last card is Inner Child. I nurture the child within me through playfulness and self-care. Okay, and what's nice about this card is it's a bunch of, again, these younger angels. Looks like they're reading music, actually. So if you're familiar with Inner Child, there's a piece of you that is still that small child that you were when you were younger. And sometimes there can be issues around your inner child. So what this card is asking you to do is to maybe look at that inner child piece a little bit and kind of dig into that energy and feel, is there something going on that is affecting me now that happened to me as a child? You know, all of us have a story. All of us have situations that we encountered when we were growing up. I know I do. I talk about that very freely and openly in sessions to, explain different messages that the angels have coming through. But with the inner child, the angels are really, and Mother Mary's asking us to look at those pieces of ourselves that maybe need to be healed from when we were a child. and look at ourselves as our younger version of ourselves with love and compassion. And this card is also reminding us to bring up that inner childlike energy and have fun. And we tend to get really, really serious about life, and we get in our heads too much. We're working a lot. We have a lot to balance. It gets intense, and sometimes we just forget to have fun. And so this card is also reminding us, have fun. Remember to lighten up. Are there pieces of our childhood that need to be healed? Maybe. Maybe let's look at that. Ask Jesus, ask Mother Mary, ask God, your angels, to help you heal those pieces so that you can move forward in a more whole and loving way as well. Because all that stuff sits on our heart, and what we don't want is that stuff to hold us back in our current relationship with self and with others. So really beautiful messages this week. Again, now I know why Mother Mary asked for us to use this deck. And I really feel that there's a little bit more of an intensity around this reading this week. But again, as we enter June and it's a new month, we're looking at, again, whatever, issues or challenges that we're facing, we're being asked to deal with those, but understanding that we're very supported in that process. We are never alone. And the more in tune you are to self and what's going on around you energetically, then it just makes the process easier for you to heal and move forward. And even look at situations that you're going through in your life, you look at them differently in a more positive and a more healthy way. So it's all really good stuff. We are a work in progress. This is a spiritual journey. We have to be patient with ourselves. I have to remind myself of that on a regular basis, but great, great cards. So devotion, Jesus, and inner child. So I love this reading for this week. I hope you find it very helpful as well. Again, if you have comments or questions when I post these, feel free to comment on YouTube or on Facebook or shoot me an email. MilwaukeeMedium@gmail.com is my email, and then MilwaukeeMedium.com is my website. Again, we won't have an angel card reading until probably later next week because I will be out of the state on, like I said, a little mini vacation with my husband. So I hope you guys have a great week this week. Enjoy this summer weather. And I send you lots of love and lots of blessings. And thank you so much for watching.